Hey guys, welcome to my round 5 match of GP Ottawa. I'm playing Oxfox against Nyx, who's also on Mono Black Midrange, which is a deck I played in round 3, and I did not have a great matchup against that deck, so hopefully I can make it through this round. And they don't play, so not good for me. This is not a great hand for me either. Right, yeah, just way too slow. I can go turn 1 Little Reed, turn 2 Dawnhill, which is not great. I'm gonna go down to, well, they're a deck with tons of discard. Maybe it's not good for me. I'll go down to 6. Well, I can't go any lower, so I'll have to keep this, right? I mean, I have turn 1 Lily Reed, turn 2 Lance, I have a bunch of councils. I can probably get there. Anyways, that means I bottom tile line, which also feels bad, but like I need land, so yeah, not great for me. If they turn 1, oh, well then, I guess I'm discarding Verdict. Okay, Chronicles, that's good. Turn 1 Chronicles, turn 2 Lily Reed. No, turn 1 Lily Reed, turn 2 Chronicles Lance. That's probably the right play here. That way I can start attacking with the last guy right away. And they play Swamp. Hopefully they don't... Okay, they discard me again. I think I just have to comply with whatever they choose. But like I'm alright with that because... Well, if they choose Verdict, I can't risk them going into Ego on turn 4. Or actually I can't because of Verdict. Like if they decide to take something, I just discard... I discard... No, I don't have enough lands to Verdict. Yeah, this isn't great for me. They take Chronicle. That's fine, right? Yeah, that's fine. Maybe they have a single tire removal for my guy, but that thing isn't coming out until later. Lumen Bay. So that's my land, or that's my third land. I should play it now because I don't want this thing to get discarded to pay up or Valdez or anything, right? Yeah, they can't kill artifacts either. So I'll play out Lance, swing, attach. That thing's a 4/2 now, and then also play out Lumen Bay, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, if they Valdez me, they're gonna name high and take Verdict anyways. I'd rather not have them have a pay-up target for Lumen. Wait, no. Well, if they pay up me, I just discard the pull. Do they have Striking the Shadows? Is that like what they're on right now? Or like they're waiting for Infect's Ego. So that means I need to hold the Verdict. I'm gonna play Plains anyways. Does that mean I hold on to Dawnhill Forge Master? Just as a way to, well, the only reason to hold on to Dawnhill is to play around pay up and pay up or the Mind Falters. That's like the only reason to hold on to Dawnhill. And they already played those things out. And if they had those things, they would have played them earlier. I think I'm gonna attack first. Like Dawnhill's not gonna push more damage than usual, right? Adventure Dawnhill, play out Dawnhill, grab Cinderblade. No, I'm gonna grab another Lance probably. Well, either ways, that means I'm not gonna play out the equipment from Dawnhill on the turn I adventure it. So yes, I will attack first. Let's see if they have Strike in the Shadows. And it seems like they do, so that's pretty good for me because now I get to have that's 1 Strike from the Shadows down. So now my play is Adventure Dawnhill and play out. If they ego me, I sack the Lance. Yeah, because Dawnhill's grabbing another Lance. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Alright, I have a plan against turn 4 ego, which they're probably holding because if they're gonna log into 5 and keep and then have no plays for the first 3 turns, then they probably have ego on 4. Let's see the ego on 4. They pass. What other instant speed things do they have? Their deck is slightly different from everyone else's Mono Black Midrange, so I should probably take a look. Because they might have like some random instant speed removal. They're on 2 Striking Shadows. Wait, they're on main board Violent Collapse. Oh, yeah, their deck is slightly different from other people's. So I guess they have another Striking Shadows then. Well, in that case, I'll keep the Plains as discard fodder. That means I play out Lance number 2 and swing and see if they have Strike number 2. They resolve. Alright, let's see if it's Strike number 2. Nope, I think they just have the land stuck in hand. In that case, that's extremely good for me because, yeah, I mean, they're stuck on lands. Or, I mean, they're flooded. They have plays, whatever that's called. I think I still keep Verdict because that plays around... I still keep the land in hand because that plays around Ego plus discard spell. Unless the discard spell is Valdez, in which case, oopsies. And they concede. Okay, that's a good turn. That's a good game 1. So, sideboarding. On their end, like their deck, I think they're sided pretty heavily against aggro because they have 2 Violent Collapses on the board, 2 Violent Collapses main. That's going to wreck me, and actually that's really it, right? So Baker is also decent against me. Like 4 Violent Collapses main is kind of annoying to deal with. Mark of Dark Opulence is funny, but only hits Dawnhill, right? Doesn't even trigger as much against a deck with fetch lands as it does against mine, or the other way around, but whatever. And I mean, 2 Strike from the Shadows. Yeah, I'm pretty standard. Is Killing Miller good against aggro? It kills something, but like it's a sorcery speed murder, right? Yeah, so they're not gonna keep Killing Miller in. So that means on my end, I should be bringing in Xifang Fools because those things kind of wreck them. Ring of Souls is interesting, I guess. I think literally Triton does most of the things that Ring of Souls does, so I don't think I need to bring it in. Too many Xifang Fools isn't great. I'll take out Underpass, right? No, Underpass is good. No, Underpass does not protect against Violent Collapse, so I'll take one out. And I think that's probably my board. How many 2-drops they run? They have, I guess, Soulbreaker, Mistress. Wait, what? Did they not run main deck? Wait, they don't run main deck Profane Emissary. What? Wait, what? Why? Okay, they're bringing in 4 main deck. They're gonna bring in their 4 sideboard Profane Emissaries then. In which case, Silent becomes slightly better, I guess. I don't think Silent is great because, like, if I'm on 3, I need to worry about Eagles, not Profane Emissaries. Those guys are already down 2 turns earlier. I mean, 1 turn. Yeah, 2 turns earlier. Anyways, I'm gonna play again. So let's see. And this hand is looking very good, so I'll keep this. If they turn 1 discard, rip my Slapfield, then I guess that's a problem. Do they pay up me? That's actually a good question. Like, if they choose Slapfield, do I discard that? Because Slapfield is so good here, right? It spams the board with stuff. Well, no, if it ramps them towards Violent Collapse. At the same time, the Slapfield lets me recover after Violent Collapse. Maybe I just discard Highline. Okay, I'm totally fine with that. Like, Underpass is not the problem here. Slapfield Chronicles is, unless they're on Violent Collapse, I guess. Do they run Wave of Decay? No, they don't, right? Yeah, they're not on Wave of Decay. I just have to worry about Violent Collapse. And let's see. Well, yeah, I'm sensing a theme here. Maybe I should have played Chronicles first because they might have a board wipe. Then the Foxes will be ready to attack by then. Yeah, I feel like I'm playing right into a board wipe. How do I play around? Xifang will prevent Violent Collapse, but not in a great way because yeah, they can collapse on 3. If I play out 2 Chronicles and my board gets wiped, how bad is that for me? The answer is kind of bad. Well, what if I only play out 1 Chronicles? Then what else am I doing? Because that's playing off curve and I don't want to play off curve. So yeah, like I should play out Chronicles turn 1 so I can actually start attacking them. I think maybe I just play Xifang Hu. Like I tried to build a board without like playing out my 2 Chronicles. Next turn I play out Chronicles plus Xifang Hu, which means this turn I play out Lumen Bay, which has to be wrong, right? I can't imagine a world where I play out Lumen Bay at turn 2 and be happy with that. I think I just play out a single Chronicles and just to play around the Violent Collapse, I guess. Yeah, in turn 3 I activate Chronicles, start attack with my 3 guys. Like, that's big enough to start putting pressure on them, I think. Like, am I overthinking it too much? Nah. Yeah, I'll play it safe. Like, Slapfield plus Chronicles on board is already such a good line for me, so I'll just keep it like that. Also, I probably should have Lumen Bay. They don't have Violent Collapse. They have Strike with Shadows. Alright, then that's great for me, because now I get to go Xifang Hu Chronicles. Like, they have to Strike with Shadows as Xifang Hu enters. Then that turns off Violent Collapse for next turn, and then the turn afterwards I activate Chronicles and start swinging. Alright, that's great for me. But anyways, I'll Lumen Bay first. Pick up the planes. Delta planes again. And oh, wait, this. Okay, sequencing isn't great because I need to play out Chronicles first. Well, I'll do that then. Delay Resolve. Okay, that's good. And then now Xifang comes down. If you have a Strikes and Shadows, you need to use it now. If you have a Violent Collapse, then too bad, you can't make use of it. Actually, I'm only slamming them for 9 next turn if I activate Chronicles. Like, that's actually pretty good, so I get to hit them for 9 before Violent Collapse goes off, and then even afterwards I still have plays with Founding Hero and Thailand. Okay, sure. I guess that works. Anyways, whack you. And now you can't Violent Collapse. This is what happens when you try to keep Violent Collapse in hand. No, Eagle? Yeah, Eagle. Do I sack up the Chronicles? Like, I don't think I'll ever need to activate maybe I'll have to activate the second World Chronicles, but if the game ever goes that late, I can just Slapfield pick up on the Chronicles again. So yes, I will be able to sack on the Chronicles. Yes, the main thing I'm worried about is if they Violent Collapse plus, if they Violent Collapse and then attack with Ego, then that's not great for me. So I draw Xifang Hu, but the thing is I can't play it and also be happy with, well, no, they can Violent Collapse through a Xifang Hu if they need to. So like, there's no point in trying to keep up Xifang Hu. I just activate Chronicles and then whack them for, oops, wrong counter type. But yeah, I do that and then whack them for a bunch. If they attack with Ego before collapsing, I'll just hack one with my Oxens because they're probably dying to Violent Collapse. Of course, I could just be playing around Ghost because they don't have Violent Collapse in hand, but they probably do. Like, I should just play like they do because I'm in a really good position if they don't. Yep, I'll just pick an Ox. Is this Violent Collapse time? Yep, there's a Violent Collapse. And they have something to follow up with, which is Profane Emissary, which I can sideline pretty easily, so I'm pretty happy about that. Oh, more Chronicles. Okay, that's something to do. I guess the turn after next turn where I just sack Thailand to Eagle. I think that might be a good play. Then after I send Thailand, like I Thailand, get rid of Emissary. What's my other? Well, no, if I top deck a land next turn, I go Chronicles, Dawn Hero, Sifan Hu. That's a really good turn. So yes, I should be playing on curve. Thailand lets me play on curve. Although the idol is not great if they can play on the Ego. So yeah. But like exiling it, that Profane Emissary, let's prevent them from fetching other stuff. Is there anything that they could have fetched? Idol. I don't think that's great against me, so yeah, maybe I shouldn't have gave them the idol. Okay, sure. Mind Falters. Or if they Mind Falters me, what do I discard? I think I discard Bounty Hero because that doesn't let me play on curve. Or I mean, that's actually the weakest thing in the. Yeah, I discard Bounty Hero. Like Sifan can still be good later on. Actually, I might need to start using. If I sack Thailand to this thing, Chronicles, Sifan Hu, Ox, I can sack the Chronicles. I'm not out racing, right? I need to like top deck a removal spell. If I do that, then that means I. Do I sack the Chronicles with the scent on it? I think the only way I win is if I draw a Verdict. And if I draw a Verdict, then I want Thailand in play over Chronicles, right? Thailand can still attack, and then Bloodjade probably blocks it. Maybe I can I trade with Ego? I can probably trade with Ego eventually. If I attack my Ascended Chronicles, I don't think I'll ever trade with Ego, right? Yeah, fine. I'll sack my Chronicles. Probably the wrong play, but it feels more correct to me. It feels better to me to keep Thailand around. So let's see. Okay, that's not great. So here the play is Chronicles, Sifan Hu. If I can ever activate Sifan Hu, then that's good because that gets me a bunch of extra sack fodder. Actually, no, I play Sifan Hu, I activate it, I attack with Thailand. If they trade, I think I'm happy because they swing with Ego, I sack my thing, and then next turn I play Chronicles. No, that's not great. I play out Chronicles because it gives me an option to sack the Ego, and then play Sifan Hu, and then I can like all block on Ego. So in that case, I should attack pre-combat. You have to take as expected, and then I just dump my hand. And if I ever make it through this turn, then I got a pretty good Sifan Hu activation next turn. If I top deck a land, then that means I can actually trade everything off and then activate Descent on the Chronicles. And that doesn't actually deal with the Ego because I gave my opponent an idol earlier, which is annoying. Alright, they attack with both. How many Strike in the Shadows do they have? They could have another one. Can I ever beat another Strike in the Shadows? I think the answer is no, so I should just be trying to trade everything off. Does Ego kill my entire board? No, it does not. It leaves my Fox alive, which is alright, I guess. I just take 9. Like, take 9 and then activate Sifan Hu, attack with everyone, make some tokens. I'll use them to trump Ego next turn. Alternatively, I can trade the Fox for the Bloodjade Prophet. Is that good? Well, if I top deck a land, I want my board to be clear because that means I can activate Chronicles and start Huliing, right? In that case, I'm actually willing to go down to 2. I'll take. They might punish me later for it, but whatever. Well, actually, no, they have the Mind Falters in yard, and they can just play it. That's actually a big problem. No, they just pass. They don't realize Mind Falters is in yard, I think, or they're holding up Strike from the Shadows. Oh, Lance, there we go. There's finally the Lance with nothing to equip it to. Okay, so here I activate Sifan Hu and attack with everything. That leaves 2 blockers, which I can block, and then I play Lance. Okay. Or I can activate Serene Chapel, which gets rid of the Mind Falters. If I go with Serene Chapel, exile the Mind Falters, Ego. I still need to keep talking stuff to Ego. I think I'll just activate Sifan Hu. And they can activate Swarming Maiden and get rid of my Fox. I guess that's something they can do. Anyways, yeah, I'm actually fine with that because whenever it gets me guys, or maybe I'm not. Yeah, maybe that was not the best play. Should have left the Fox up, right? Because then the Fox blocks Bloodjade pretty well. I don't think I'm playing my best right now. The thing is, like, playing like this means that I leave myself open to really good top decks. Like, lands are good for me because I can activate Chronicles. Non-lands are good for me because, you know, they're non-lands, so they actually do stuff. Bloodjade number 2. Okay, that's... Okay, Soulbreaker. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh. Yeah, I think I lost. Not even I think I lost. I straight up just lost because they can wipe away my board and then attack for lethal. So maybe I should have traded my Fox for Bloodjade Prophet there. No, that would not have... Well, it would because I'd have 4 life up, which means I don't die to this thing. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Oof. Yeah. Okay, time to go to game 3. But I'm the play, so like I'm probably more favored because on the play I can actually do stuff like drop turn 1 Founding Hero, and if they don't have an answer and I have a way to enable it, then they just lose in very short order. Do I need Ring of Souls? No, because the board wipes go out wide. Underpass doesn't help, I don't think. Like, none of my guys are big enough that a +1/+1 counter puts them out of range of a Violent Collapse. Otherwise, yeah, that's. I guess I just go with that. I wonder if Heraldry is good. I don't think so because like I don't have the density of bricks to turn it into a creature and then back again. So I'm only running. Well, this hand's pretty good, assuming that things go well. Maybe I should. The Cinder Blade prevents stuff from dying to collapse. Sort of. Maybe I should not have slap. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have snap kept this hand. It's not that great. It's Verdict though, so I mean it can do stuff. Turn 1 Chronicles or Slapfield. I think this time like I learned my lesson. I'm gonna turn 1 Chronicles just to get stuff on board right away. Like they're gonna get wiped anyways. Slapfield's only here for insurance. Mind Falters. Well, I have 4 to discard a land here. I think so. All my cards are pretty good. So yeah, and I draw a land anyways, so that's kind of lucky. Alright, so now I play Slapfield Downhill, or Adventures Downhill for a Lance, right? Or do I grab a Lance, or do I grab something else? Grab a Cinderblade. Doesn't actually make Downhill survive anything. It doesn't make Downhill survive Collapse, though, so that's not great. I think I just get the Lance and just keep Downhill in Adventure until my opponent tries to wipe the board, and then after that I go to town with the Lance on a Downhill. I guess if they discard me again, I'm going to discard Lance because Verdict is really good. Oh, I guess that's my Verdict target. And I keep drawing lands. Okay, that's not bad, actually. I'm fine with just drawing lands and a bunch of lands in a row. But like, now they have to, yeah, like this thing dies, and then I make an Ox off the Slapfield Brigade, and then these guys get buffed. So like now I'm whacking them for 4, and I just remove something. Now they're in pretty big trouble if they don't have a board wipe. If they do have a board wipe, then next turn I play out Downhill plus Lance. I guess the turn after next turn I could like activate Chronicles if they kill my Downhill. And like that's a recurring 4/4 that they can't really deal with. Oh, they're stuck on lands. That's unfortunate for them. I guess they were like really hoping to send the Kels to slaughter. I don't care. Somehow I feel like Chronicles might actually be activated. No. I activate the first Mo Chronicles. Like I don't care about the board wipe because I have Downhill to back me up later on. So yeah, just activate Chronicles, swing with everything. They can't block it, so they take 5, and then I play out Lance, and then like I have to deal with the Lance eventually. And like if things go super badly, then Slapfield can pick up Chronicles, and I can go for another try. But like yeah, I get to whack them for 6 in the air, which is really nice. And now yeah, there we go. Okay, they finally get their 3rd land. Let's see if they have what it takes to get out of this pickle. If they don't have Strike from the Shadows or some sort of removal spell, I can just stick Lance onto my Oxen and win that way. And no, they don't have anything. Okay, that's good. That went well. And that's a 2-0, or a 2-1, so that means I'm going into the semifinals, and I'm going into the top cut. And Nyx is not going to make it to top cut. Well, I mean, we already got 2 mono black mid-range decks in the top cut, so we don't really need more, right? Okay, fine, I'm being way too mean, but yeah, see you in the top cut. Like, this deck does do stuff if it gets good draws, and my opponent stumbles just a tiny bit.